a little while, and that maybe has to do with a product and not me just talking about the show, although I could do that plenty. And then we have some news about our Discord bot that we're going to share a little bit later in the show as well. All right. As always, you can ask questions in chat at any point in time along the way. We do not have some of the magic that we typically do here where the questions are automated and pulled in for me to see, but we have a moderator out there who is gathering all of those questions and is putting those into Slack for me to see when the time comes for questions. So we're going to jump into that when we get done with all the other stuff that we have going. So latest updates. Ghost of Saltmarsh. So everything is completed or at least completing in the next day or so for Ghost of Saltmarsh. And that is going to be released on the 21st, which, you know, everything's a blur for me right now, but I believe is Tuesday. So we're looking into that. On the 21st, Ghost of Saltmarsh is coming out. Very excited about that one. The introduction of some vehicles into D&D Beyond, and that's a starting point for us, and that entire system is going to improve over time. Again, I referred to the infernal war machines a little earlier that are going to be in Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, and so we're excited to see how those vehicles might impact those rules a little bit. We'll keep everything updated as we go. We are still working on the mobile beta character sheet. As we have been, progress is being made, and I'm hopeful that we're going to be able to show some of that off before too much longer. And then Acquisitions Incorporated content entry is going, and we are here at D&D Live 2019, so we're going to talk a little bit about the schedule for today. So right now, I'm doing the dev update. That's where you are on this clock, so these times are all Pacific times if you're watching out there. But then we are going to follow that up with Todd Talks, and then we have a live show with Heroes of the Veil. Everybody's going to be around the table here. Really looking forward to that. I think a little bit of cosplay is going to be going on, so that should be a lot of fun and a lot of makeup that I'm going to have to put on. And then we've got Rivals of Waterdeep. We're very, very happy to host them today. They're some of our partners, and we will have those to kind of close out what's going on in our studio today. Then tomorrow, we will kick off with Death Race. The aforementioned infernal war machines are going to take a spotlight during that segment, so looking forward to that. High Rollers, again, valued partners, we're hosting them. The Descent Arena is going to be a showcase for the Encounter Builder, where some folks who are here at the Descent, we've pre-selected some contestants that will participate in this competition to make the best, as determined by a series of special guest judges. The best encounter will win through. And then the role play roulette session, I'm going to be dungeon mastering that thing that's going on in our studio here on Sunday. And encounter that wins the Descent Arena is going to be something that the players in role play roulette are going to be playing. So we're really, really looking forward to this. Some great content's coming your way. You can join us for all of it that you can. Let and give away a legendary bundle. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, I didn't do a great job of prepping anybody over here that we were going to do this. But we're going to do this, by the way, about 3 times, I think, today. So we're going to give away a legendary bundle. So the way that we're going to do this is you need to type something in chat. So it can be anything at all. You can talk about how you like my Heroes of the Veil shirt. You can talk about how great, you know, this one's always my favorite, my hair looks today, or my beard. I don't know why that comes up all the time. You can type whatever you want to in chat, and we are going to randomly select that. Now, since they're not prepared, we're going to be as scientific as we can be. We're going to use like a scroll wheel, and they're going to click on something, and that's going to be the winner. So that's what we're going to do. Everybody okay over here? We good to go? Okay, he's logging in. Keep typing. Keep typing. You keep typing out there. I'm sure there's a stream delay too. Like what are we? We've got to be at like 3 minutes, so you're probably not even seeing this yet. I don't know. But keep typing something, and you're going to have a chance to win a legendary bundle, and you're going to keep doing it because, you know, he's logging in right now, and he's not going to see anything beforehand. So in order to do it, I'm going to tell you exactly when we think we're actually there where we can give away Legendary Bundle, and we're going to come back to it in just a second. All right? We're good? All right, now type now, and I'm going to keep talking to cover that hopefully not 3-minute stream delay that's going on right now. We're doing it live, folks. We're doing it live. This is D&D live. We're doing it live. We're going to give away a Legendary Bundle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pyro? Pyro? Like both? Pyrope. Congratulations. You have won a Legendary Bundle. I'm hoping that a moderator is confirming that spelling out there somewhere. So Pyrope, you have won a Legendary Bundle. Congratulations. Someone will award that to you maybe during the show. If not, we are a little busy this weekend, so within the next couple of days, we're going to do our best to get that awarded to you. Congratulations. We're going to be prepared for the other 2 times that we do this now. So that's on me. Legendary Bundle, congratulations. Now, here is a big announcement that I'm very happy to share today. The Encounter Builder Alpha is live now. If you don't already know this, I think it was live about an hour ago, and we've had thousands of people already discovering that ahead of the announcement. We're glad that you guys are eager to get in and try this out. So if you are a subscriber on D&D Beyond, whether that's Hero Tier or Master Tier, you now can access the Encounter Builder in an alpha, which means very, very early state. And so we would love for you to go out and check out the Encounter Builder, and we would definitely love and appreciate your feedback. So we're going to jump into the Encounter Builder a little bit right now. So the Encounter Builder, you can get to it, dndbeyond.com/encounter-builder. You can also access it from the Tools menu now. So it used to say coming soon. It says Alpha now, and you can get there from there. But this is the Encounter Builder. So you can go in here and say whatever you want to say for your encounter name. You can adjust the party composition that's going on with the Encounter Builder. So if you are crazy like me and play with, 8 or 9 players occasionally, level 5, you can go in here and make that happen as well. You also can use some presets that are all just based on the tiers of play, and so we can do that as well and pull that in there. So ultimately, you get your party composition going here, and then you are able to search for monsters. So there are a variety of ways that you can select your monsters. You can do it by type. You can do it by all of these filters down through here. And again, this is a starting point in the alpha with our filters. We're going to introduce other filters over time, but you can select your monsters, and I think most of this stuff is going to kill everyone, but I'm going to take a blink dog. It should be fine. We're going to drag a blink dog over into our sidebar here. So this is how you put together the encounter. So you drag and drop, and it can go over there. You can also take this add button, and you can add it right there to the encounter if drag and drop is not possible for you. And you can see as I put in that adult red dragon, the encounter all of a sudden jumped up immediately to deadly. And so that's what the Encounter Builder is going to be doing, is it is calculating all the math that goes on from either the Dungeon Master's Guide or Xanathar's Guide to Everything. So if you didn't know this before, the actual math and the back end of that is all the same, and Xanathar's just presents another front end almost to get to the same math that the Dungeon Master's Guide does. So this Encounter Builder is going to do all of that heavy lifting on the math for you, and you can add, remove monsters, quickly and easily here. Let me find something that's maybe, well, no, that's pretty bad. Let's put in a weird here, and we see that one's starting to register a little bit. It's got a little bit of difficulty to it, but you can also group these monsters. All right, so we can drag and drop that in there. We can call our group something. We'll call it the weird group. And once we have all of that, we can adjust the number of creatures in the encounter. You can see as we do that the encounter builder is just automatically updating with everything that is needed for the math to take place. After that, we can save our encounter here. And once we save the encounter, we're going to go to an encounter details view. Now, this view is very, very simple at this point in time, and it is certainly not finished, but it is a starting point for us to get into the alpha. But you can also, at any point in time, these monsters and creatures, and you can see the statistics for that monster all in one place, and all of that is here. So if you need to go to encounters page to recover any of the encounters that you've played. So you can also access that through the mega menu. That is going to be under creations, my encounters. So if you click there, that is going to take you to this page, and then you can go back to that encounter. You can go back to edit that encounter or anything else that you need to do with it. So again, this is early and this is alpha, and we are doing something that we have never done before. And to be quite frank, I haven't seen many software companies do anything like this, and that is getting this out to our really engaged users, our subscribers, in a very, very early, unpolished state, and we are asking for your feedback. So with feedback being this important, I want to walk you through some of the ways that we would like for you to give feedback. So there are four primary ways that we want you to do that for us. And as always, I'm going to start out with one that is incredibly effective and great for us to keep track of the feedback, and that is our forums. So in our forums, if you visit there, I'm going to do my best not to, I think, some IP addresses because I'm an admin, so I'm not going to click into anything here, all right? But if you go to the D&D Beyond feedback part of the forums, there is a specific encounter builder feedback area that we would like for you to go and start providing feedback as of right now. So if you have feedback, go and do that. We're going to be paying very close attention to that in the coming weeks as we work to get out of alpha and into what will be a public beta. We have no idea how long that's going to take. We're going to just see where we go with that. But ultimately, the forums, as always, are a great place for you to share that feedback. Another place that we would like to see that is in Discord. So we have a Discord server out there. Hopefully some moderators can blast out the invite link to that. Join our Discord server, and there's going to be a section on there, if there's not already, there will be, where you can talk about feedback for the encounter builder, and we're going to do our best to keep up with that in Discord as well. So those are two great places that you can share feedback. And we also have a couple of other places that are a little more involved, but are going to be really, really helpful for us if you are willing and able and have the time to share feedback in this way. And so the first part of this is we do have a feedback tab now at the bottom of the page. And if you click that, it's going to allow you to do a couple of things. So you can, first of all, just leave some general feedback, and that's going to allow you to let us know, what you think of it in this early state. You can share your email address if you desire to do so there. You can leave comments, and then you can send. You can attach screenshots if you want to do that at that point in time. You also can draw on the screen. So you'll see that this new level of controls at the top here become available if you click there. And using this square, we can say that here with the environment filter, we had a problem. It's going to allow you, this filter is not working properly. Hopefully you can share a little bit more feedback than that, but you can leave a comment right there and you can save that comment. And when you get done, you'll see that image as part of the screenshot is still there. You can submit your feedback, and when you do so again, that screenshot attaches right there, and we're aware of that comment with that screenshot. And so this is incredibly helpful if you desire to help us with this feedback, if you use this tool, because this pulls that into a really, really great place, and it allows us to see the context that you're having your problem or you're providing your feedback. So we really welcome you to use that feedback button at the bottom of the screen. And then finally, one other thing that will give us even deeper levels of feedback, and that would be incredible if you have the time after you've used the Encounter Builder for a little while. And we're going to continue doing surveys like this going forward, but you can click for the alpha survey here, and this is going to walk you through a series of questions that are very, very specific and give us very good quantitative data and information that we're going to use to make this thing even better. So we're trying to provide as many ways for you to provide feedback as we possibly can for the Encounter Builder. We are terribly excited to have it out in the wild now for subscribers. And if you are not a subscriber today and you want to participate here, you can jump in at the Hero tier for only $2.99 a month. The Master tier is going to let you do content sharing, and it's $5.99 a month. Go to D&D Beyond and do that now, and you can jump right into the alpha. For everyone who's already a subscriber, we really do appreciate the help. We are delighted to be able to get this in front of you in such an early state where you can help shape the future of what's happening with this tool, and to make sure that we are hitting the points and checking the boxes that we need to for this to be the best tool that it possibly can be for the community. So we really appreciate it. Looking forward to what the future holds for the Encounter Builder as it comes together and as we get to it. So I'm going to jump back here for a moment, and we're going to talk a little bit more about the Encounter Builder. Primarily, I want to share what is currently available in the alpha versus what is not available in the alpha. So this is an attempt to hopefully reduce our number of support tickets, because hopefully you can see certain things are just not available at this point in time, but they will be, all right? So that's kind of the purpose of this. So what is available? I walked through most of this just a little while ago, but we've got, you can name your encounter. You've got advanced filters, search by monster name. All the math checks out. So hopefully you can see this screen where you are, and you can see the different elements that are available. So virtually everything that is in the Dungeon Master's Guide and Xanathar's Guide to Everything is currently being covered in the alpha. But then let's go to the next part of this, and that would be what is not available. And these are the things that we will be working on in the coming weeks. And so if you have feedback to supply about, for instance, the mobile view, how this thing looks on a phone, then it may be better to hold off on that, because we have not at this point in time optimized mobile views. We know what they're going to look like. We think it's going to be a really, really great experience, but we have not optimized those at this point in time, so it's not going to look right on your phone. And so keep that in mind as you start using the alpha. Campaign integration and selection is not currently there, but yes, in the future, before we leave the alpha period, you are going to be able to pull in your own campaigns to have the party composition be populated. And then randomized monsters, it's not quite, it actually was there until just a day or two ago, and we removed it really quick because we discovered a little bit of a bug. I imagine that one's going to get in pretty quickly as we go through this alpha period. Expanded filter options, there are going to be more of those. Expanded encounter details, so that encounter details page is going to have so much more that you can add to the encounter over time. You're going to have the ability to provide details for the encounter. You're going to be able to upload images and maps to an encounter. You're going to be able to provide a timeline of and almost advice for dungeon masters to run the encounter. We also do not have, it's not on this list because this one isn't complete, but we don't currently have the concept of any of the official encounters being added or included here, but that will happen by the end of the alpha. So right now, everything is an encounter that you make yourself. But as we move along here, you're going to see that all the official adventures and the encounters that are in those adventures are going to be included as part of your purchase for any of those adventures on D&D Beyond. So that's not available either. Modified difficulty by location, I think that's one of the things that's in the Dungeon Master's Guide, and I think that's the only thing that's currently not covered, but you'll be able to do that in the future. Running an encounter, and really this is the where we see the end of the alpha period, is when we get down the road to where we are able to run the encounter, and that's going to let you track initiative. That's going to let you pull in your player characters. It's going to let you track hit points across your monsters and your player characters. It's going to let you track statuses and conditions and all of that in a single place for convenience. So ultimately, these are the things that are not yet there. Again, we're at an early stage here. Please provide the feedback on what's there, and we're going to continue on a weekly basis adding more and more value to the encounter builder and responding to your feedback and iterating on this thing until we close out the alpha. Again, we really do appreciate all the help with this, and we're excited to see what happens. So, moving to what is upcoming on D&D Beyond, content management is still on deck. It's going to be the next thing that the content team really dives into. Adventures League validation for your characters and log sheets, all of that's upcoming. This general features system that's going to let us cover things like guilds and franchises and even epic boons at some point in time. This is something that's becoming more and more important as more interesting content is being released by the D&D team. And then dice rolling. This is the first time I think that I have mentioned this formally on one of these dev updates. But like so many things that we do on D&D Beyond, we've got this great team that sometimes likes to kick up some side projects. And so there are many reasons we haven't done dice rolling to this point in time. Most of that has revolved around the fact that we want dice rolling to be a really, really special thing that is not simply just spitting out a number. And so a side project is kind of picked up about this. I'm seeing some really, really fun and interesting things. So we'll see how that goes over the course of the next several months. But dice rolling is something that we're going to start putting a little bit of work into as well on the slate. There also have been some announcements about some new releases from Wizards of the Coast for this weekend. If you haven't heard, Baldur's Gate Descent into Avernus, it is going to be an exciting adventure. I'm going to take a drink real quick. Hold on. Been talking a lot. Hold on. All right. I hope I still have my voice by the end of the weekend. Welcome to Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is involved quite a bit in this adventure. It is, the way that it is being described, is Dante's Inferno meets Mad Max. Is there anything at all beyond that that you need to know about this adventure to sell you on it? And in my mind, it is a dream come true that this is an adventure that's happening. I just personally cannot wait to get into this adventure, and you can get that right now pre-ordered on D&D Beyond, and as always, you'll get some character frames and backdrops and some theme colors as part of that pre-order. And then we are very excited about the D&D Essentials Kit that is coming to Target stores as an exclusive for a couple of months, and then everywhere after that, because in this D&D Essentials Kit, inside the box, you're going to be able to get a code to unlock the Dragon of Icespire Peak adventure for free on D&D Beyond. So if you buy that physical box, you can get the adventure for free on D&D Beyond. And there's going to be a 50% off promo discount code for the player's handbook on D&D Beyond. So even if you buy that box and you already have the player's handbook on DDB, you can gift that code to a friend, and that person can unlock the player's handbook. So we're really, really excited about the level of integration that's happening with the D&D Essentials Kit. And we're going to continue to look for more and more ways that we can, join the physical with the digital as we go forward. And another great thing is there are going to be a series of QR codes that are available in the box that are going to lead you to a portal on the D&D Beyond site. And Wizards of the Coast is going to be, over time, writing new content that will supplement and continue your adventures in Phandelver and in all the other, in Phandalin, excuse me, and in that entire region. And it's going to be level appropriate. So the starter kit here, the Essentials kit, is going to get you to about 6th level. And then you're going to be able to continue your adventures through digital adventures on D&D Beyond over time. So you're going to be able to access that through a QR code and a URL inside the box as well. We're really, really excited about this one. I can't wait to see a D&D Beyond logo in Target. It's going to be a surreal moment. We're really excited about it. So check all of that out as that starts to come along as well. Also, very pleased to announce that we are getting the Stranger Things adventure, as I've previously shared, and we now have a release date for that. It will be available on D&D Beyond on June the 4th, and the price for that is going to be $9.99. So $9.99 is going to unlock the Hunt for the Thessal Hydra adventure that is part of the Stranger Things starter kit that has been previously released by Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast. So that is going to be available on D&D Beyond. Again, very excited about that, finally coming to DDB and being able to work through all the roadblocks that we've had to get there. That's going to be available on June 4th. It's not available for pre-order because with the very, very short window that we have between confirming we could sell it and when it's going to be up on the site, we didn't feel like that was a fair amount of time for people to be able to pre-order and get any of the bonuses. And then the other part of this is some of the bonuses are a little bit more difficult with an adventure like this. So no pre-orders at this point in time, but we will be broadcasting when we get close to June 4th that you can pick up the Stranger Things box set adventure, Hunt for the Thessal Hydra. All right, let me see how I'm doing on time. All right, we're doing great. All right, legendary bundle time. Are you ready? We're ready this time. See, we got a great crew over here dealing with my shenanigans. All right, so you need to type something in chat, not the word something. It can be anything that you'd like. It can be how excited you are for Descent into Avernus. It can be what you're going to name your infernal war machine. I would really love to see what those are going to be. Keep them PG-13 if you can. You need to type something in chat, and we're going to give away a legendary bundle in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's going too fast. Crit Snacks. Crit Snacks. I love the username, by the way. Crit Snacks, congratulations. You have won a legendary bundle. Someone will award that to you at some point, hopefully through the weekend. If not, we will definitely get to it by Monday. But you have won a legendary bundle. Congratulations. We may do that one more time throughout the stream. So thank you guys for watching, and congratulations to Crit Snacks. All right, next. I've got some very, very special news that I am very pleased to share. This has all come together very recently, so just within the last couple of days, we finalized a deal to bring the Avrai Discord bot. That is how you say it, by the way. I see the developer right here. He's standing behind the camera. It is called Avrai. So the Avrai Discord bot has been acquired by D&D Beyond, and we are going to be integrating that into the platform. So we are taking the world's most popular Dungeons & Dragons Discord bot, and we're bringing it into the D&D Beyond platform for the world's greatest role-playing game, Really excited about this one. In the short term, nothing is going to be changing, and even in the long term, not a lot's going to be changing. The reason that we wanted to acquire Avrai is because it is doing really, really great things out there, and it is really, really fully featured at this point in time. And so we made a decision, instead of investing development resources into recreating the wheel, we went out and just got the wheel. And so we're really, really excited to have Avrai, as well as Andrew Zhu, who is the primary developer behind Avrai. He's going to be joining the D&D Beyond team. He's going to be, helping us integrate this into the platform. Really excited. I've said that word about 100 times today, but if you can't tell, I'm excited about everything that's going on. So this Avrai Discord bot, we're going to be doing some transition planning in the next few weeks, and we'll have plenty more to share on that front in the next month or so. And we're really, really looking forward to welcoming Avrai, and for it to be such a prominent part of the D&D community out there as it is now. To bring it into DDB, it just makes so much sense, and we're thrilled to be able to make this happen and to be able to provide this level of functionality so quickly to the D&D Beyond community out there. So really looking forward to what is coming for Avrai on D&D Beyond as well going forward. All right. It's time for questions. All right. So we've got... What time are we supposed to wrap here? What time are we supposed to wrap? 10:25. Okay, great. We've got like 20 minutes for questions. Let's get into it. Outstanding. All right. I'm going to use this magic wand of a phone here. And we're going to... All right, here we go. Questions. Butterfinger with a 1 instead of an F. Is the character sheet in the app yet? No, it's not quite in the app yet. As I was sharing earlier, it is in progress development, and it is something that we are going to provide to the community as soon as it is in a state that makes sense for us to do so. And the team is working on it. Now that the Encounter Builder Alpha is out in the wild, the character sheet in the mobile app beta is the most important unreleased thing that we're working on. So we'll have more news on that before too much longer. Chaos Craig, will we be able to add a specific campaign to the Encounter Builder so that we can have the PCs put it into the Encounter? I answered that one a little bit before as well. Yes, that's definitely going to be a thing. Let's see. So Butterfinger, again, with a 1. This is a long-term thing, and I don't think anyone would expect this anytime soon. With that, is there any plan on the roadmap for D20-like functionality on D&D Beyond? Probably means Roll20 there. Maps, moving tokens, etc. Yes, there are plans. There's not a lot we can talk about yet, but I'm excited to start talking about it before too much longer. Chaos Craig, again, are you two the only people that are asking questions out there? That's fine. We can just do the Butterfinger Chaos Craig show. Chaos Craig, will homebrew content be able to be added to this? So yes, homebrew monsters will be available for you to search from your collection before we get out of the alpha. So right now you can use the official monsters. It's going to... any monsters that you've unlocked, you can do that in the Encounter Builder. But before the end of the alpha, yes, we will be allowing you to pull in monsters that you've created in Homebrew or those that you have in your collection. All right, somebody new. Pliable Pizza Princess. These usernames, folks. I love it. All right, is there any plan to add monster health tracking to the Encounter Builder during alpha? Yes, the answer is absolutely. So we will be tracking hit points and all of that before we exit alpha. Melly DM, will part of the alpha's development include use of, duplicate. Definitely going to happen. Pliable Pizza Princess are boats from Ghosts of Saltmarsh going to be added to the Encounter Builder Alpha on the 21st. No, the vehicles are not part of the encounter rules at this point in time. They're treated a little bit differently, and so we're going to have to explore how we're going to integrate those two things over time. We'll not be ready for Ghost of Saltmarsh. Hold on, we're going to need to mute for a second before I blow out the mic. We're good now. All right, here we go. All right, so D&D Leckholt 95. Since there are some people who can't benefit from the 15% discount from the Legendary Bundle, even though they own all the books, is there an idea of adding a discount for Master Tier who gets subscriptions 6 or 12 months at a time? That's something that I would love to explore. It's not anything we can talk about yet, but would love to explore that. Zero Thaco. Any update on AL Adventures on DDB? No updates at this point in time, but it's something, again, that we're looking into providing. I think that the major element with the AL Adventures is Wizards of the Coast is wanting to really curate which adventures are involved and potentially even up the production value of those a little bit, i.e. add some maps and possibly add some art. So as that process is getting down the road, that's something that we would certainly look at providing when we get the go-ahead from Wizards of the Coast. Keeley TV, will there be a time where Pathfinder will be integrated into DDB? So it's D&D Beyond, and unfortunately we don't have a Pathfinder Beyond, and at this point in time we have no plans at all to provide anything for any other systems. Never know what the future holds, but at this point in time, no plans. Unnatural Android. Will Avrai lose Dice Cloud support? No, nothing is going to change with any of the current integrations with Avrai. We want people to use Avrai, and people who are currently using it with other types of inputs, we're not going to be touching that at all. Smutty 916. Will you be able to add the encounters to your campaign in the future to track your campaign fights? Yes. There will be some level of integration with the campaign. You will be able to track initiative. You'll be able to pull in monsters. You'll be able to track their health. All of those things all in one place. Dunlap D2. Don't know if that's how that's said. Any plans for map integration? Yeah, we actually have on our public roadmap, hopefully a moderator can link that out there, but public roadmap for D&D Beyond, you can see that interactive digital maps are something that are on the horizon. This is something I'm really looking forward to. I can't wait until I can go to an adventure and see a map that has all the Dungeon Master legend and key info on it and be able to single out an area, click on that waypoint, see an encounter description and all the details for that by clicking on that waypoint, possibly in a sidebar. So again, we're still conceptualizing it, but it is on the roadmap, and it's something that we're looking forward to getting to. Kaldak, how is the accessibility upgrade going? So accessibility is not a project for us that has a beginning and end date. Accessibility is something that we are trying to ingrain in the DNA of how we develop things. And so the Encounter Builder is an example of a place where we have looked from the ground up to make that as accessible as possible. It is my understanding right now as we're testing that it is pretty usable by a screen reader, and so that's something that is really important to us. We are working with the Dots RPG group, as I've said before. They're going to continue throughout the alpha to help us test this and to help us get better about this, but the Encounter is an example of functionality that we are working from the ground up to be as accessible as possible. So that's a big part of what we're doing with accessibility. We also are going through every book and removing some, we'll call it just dead HTML that are byproducts of some of the raw files that we get from Wizards of the Coast that we didn't think impacted anything. We've discovered that we were wrong about that it does throw screen readers for a loop. And so we love that sometimes the screen reader is going to go to, It says class features, and the screen reader says class features. That's hilarious, but not very helpful. So we're going in with accessibility updates and removing that HTML. It's a process, and so it's not something that's going to be done overnight, but it's something that's very important to us, and we're trying to work more and more to make D&D Beyond as accessible as it can be. All right, let's see. Jeeves65, discount codes for this event. A little birdie told me that you can use the code Descend Now. Descend Now. Somebody can help me out in chat, hopefully, but Descend Now. It's not Descent with a T, but it is Descend with a D now, and that will get you 20% off any source on D&D Beyond. Assuming the Essentials Kit DDB version, this is from V2 Blast, with physical purchase thing goes well, might we see this sort of package happen again for future product releases? You know, shrink wrap is very, very problematic for a variety of reasons, and they're actually pretty legitimate reasons. And so we are investigating ways that we can make this happen the best that we possibly can. The Essentials Kit, since it came in a box, was a no-brainer and something that we pushed very hard for and we were able to pull off. So who knows what the future holds. We'll continue to try to do the best things that we can for the community. Let's see. Twitch Prime. Oh, that's weird. The Twitch Prime thing copied in. That's not your username. This is Dilligaffern. Probably butchered that. Is the Discord bot functionality going to be integrated into our character sheets, i.e. clickable? That is something that we certainly will explore and something that we will see about doing in the future. This opens up a new realm of possibilities for us that are going to be great. The other great thing about it is our D&D Beyond Discord bot that is now, Avrai is going to become that bot. As we're pulling that in, we had some commands that Avrai currently doesn't have, and so pretty easily we're going to be able to pull those into Avrai, and all of it's going to cover some gaps, and we're going to be starting to iterate on that over time to add even more to the DDB Avrai bot over time. All right, let's see. Committed Gaming. Will there be a dungeon builder in the encounter builder? Example, this dungeon will need 3 rests to complete. Not at this point in time, but I like where your head's at, and we'll see where that goes. Benet UK, this Essentials kit being an exclusive thing to some U.S. shop. Will it be available in the UK? It will be available everywhere after the exclusive period with Target stores. And so I think it's a couple of months. I think it's sometime in September that will become available to everywhere, all the gaming stores and all the countries. Goblin Wars is the code open source. I'm going to need a little more details about that question in order to answer it. I don't know which code you're talking about. If you are referring to Avrai, it is open source at this point in time, and the plan is to continue to keep that as an open source project. Sandy's Blank. Are you hiring mobile developers? We absolutely are. And so if you are a rock star, go to the fandom.com careers section and look for anything that is headquartered in Huntsville, Alabama. It is going to be an on-site job, so remote is not something that we're really considering at this point in time. But if you would love to come and live in the wonderful city of Huntsville, Alabama, by all means go and apply. We are certainly looking for mobile developers. DanPo666. Will the encounter builder be able to run combat like track? Wow, that one's another one. I think you probably missed part of the earlier part of the stream. Welcome, and yes, we will be able to track initiative, track monster HP, and everything else. Bestow. I own all but 2 source books. However, because I used a promotion code when I bought my current books, my cost to buy the source book bundle is $120 plus. Am I expected to shell that out just for the 2 books and a discount going forward, or will this potentially be fixed at a later date? Being very perfectly clear here, we see nothing at all that needs to be fixed here. We see a situation where it looks like you've saved $120 buying all those books over the course of the last couple of years. And so we think that you're making out far better than someone who's buying the source book bundle. And so ultimately, we think that we are being really, really good to everyone out there. And so no, there are no plans to change that. We think that with previously purchased content credit, the best thing that we can do is allow any money that you have actually paid to always count for you. So you're never going to lose money. Any money that you've paid in, you're going to always get credit for that. But again, you have it much, much better than someone that is coming in there now to buy a source book bundle. You've saved far more than the 10%, which comes out to about, I think, $30 or so at this point in time. My math might be a little bit off, but $120 and $30 are a really, really different thing. And so no, we're not, well, a couple of books in there, but either way, there's a big spread there where you're coming out on top. And so we have no plans to change that, and we really do think that we're trying to do the right thing there to always give you credit for the money that you've paid in. There are a lot of digital companies out there that give no refunds for digital products. They give no kind of consideration for previously purchased content credit. We do not think that's the right way to approach it, but we also think that the only way that this doesn't become chaos for us is for us to honor what you've paid in. But good question. I do appreciate it. All right, let's see. Where are we at? I bent my tiefling. Will we be able... Oh, I'm sorry for your tiefling. Will we be able to add our own notes for the encounter builder? Yes. Over time, we will have far more that you can do in that encounters detail page, where you can add different kinds of notes even, rich text. All of that is planned for that. You will see that come to life over the course of the alpha. Yonner, any plans on reworking navigation in adventures? I'd like to see an easier way to navigate between chapters instead of having to navigate back to the table of contents. I am with you, man, or lady, or woman, or whoever you are out there. I am with you. I want that to happen so badly, and we want to prioritize that as soon as we are able with the content team. We've got some bigger fish to fry at the moment, but it is on the middle list that we want to move into the upcoming as soon as we can get to it. All right, let's see. Who Frog, can you sing the D&D Beyond theme song? Thanks, Adam. I'm not going to do that right now, but I have done that a couple of times, and I'm sure there's a video floating around somewhere. We'll see what you can do. The fans have demanded it. You've heard this, right? The fans have demanded it. Video's got to come. All right. Here we go. Melanocentris. What part of the alpha development has priority? That is going to depend greatly on the feedback that everyone is providing in the coming weeks. So we're going to be parsing that. We're going to be paying close attention to it. And we are going to take as agile of an approach as you possibly could imagine with what's going on with the encounter builder. We're going to respond to what's coming in. Tyra Cardea, when are we going to be able to homebrew classes like those of us playtesting Mystics and Psionics? Full classes are something that we will provide at some point in time, but we are not currently in a spot where we can do that. It will probably come with the homebrew big revamp that we're doing at some point in the future. It is kind of on the midterm roadmap, and we're going to get into that. It's going to be pretty difficult to do things like psionics even with that, because it's tough for us to cover all the different scenarios and the types of resources that could be used by a class, but we're going to be doing the best that we can to capture as many use cases as possible. All right, time for one more question. Let's see. Aggie Bear, if we already have purchased adventures, will they be built out in the encounter builder, or will we have to create them ourselves? So if you own, that's a great question. And by the time we integrate all the official adventures into the encounter builder, if you already own those adventures, it's just going to magically happen for you one day. You'll come to the site and you will see that adventure that you purchased now has all the encounters built into it. So no additional purchase is going to be required. No work on your part is going to be required. All of that is going to be available. If you have unlocked an adventure on D&D Beyond, those encounters are going to be included as a part of that. All right. I think I'm out of time, and I'm almost out of voice anyway, so I'm going to go gargle some lemon water or something. I don't know. I can't find sweet tea in this godforsaken land, but ultimately we'll do something to try to get me through it. We've got more exciting content coming your way. I think Todd Talks is next, but before we get to that, we've got another video that we're going to show about Descent into Avernus. Thanks for joining me again. Later, Gators.
So in Baldur's Gate, the Descent into Avernus, you are taking us into a